We are back on the Walkaround channel. Today we have a 2023 Honda Accord Sport L. And the Sport L is a new trim to the Accord lineup. And in my opinion, this takes the normal Accord and almost make it an EXL. That's just my opinion. Or if you remember the special edition Sport from the previous Accord, kind of similar as well, just a little bit more goodies. In the lineup, you have the base model LX Accord, then you have the EX Accord. Those two are non-hybrid, have a 1.5 turbocharged four-cylinder engine. Once you make your way to the Sport, you get a 2-liter four-cylinder engine, non-turbo, and it's paired with an electric motor and hybrid battery, of course. Then you go up to this, which is the Sport L. Right above the Sport L, I don't know if I think this is actually above the EXL. I got to see the trim walk when we look at it. But you have the EXL, and then you have the Touring, which is fully loaded. So you have some options to choose from, 4 in the hybrid and 2 in the non-hybrid, and the 2 non-hybrid are the lower end models. Urban Gray is a new color for the Accord, and this replaced Sonic Gray Pearl. As you can see it in the sun, it got that gray with a little orange gold hue to it, kinda. And one thing I love about this color is the car is actually dirty right now, and the car still doesn't look that bad because this color is not too dark and it's not too light. Now, the gloss black portion, that's where the dirt most is gonna show. Still, I like the color. It's different, it's unique, very similar to Sonic Gray because that's the new in color now with cars. So I like this new color Honda threw on the Accord, and it's on some of our other vehicles as well. First thing you're gonna notice, the Accord is a little bit longer, the wheelbase. So from this wheel to that wheel, the space between it is a lot longer. It's a little bit more wider than the previous Accord. You get the new Accord design. A lot of people complain that it looks ugly in the front. Some says it looks nice, sleek, and low key in the front. To each his own. You do have the slimmer headlights, full LED, so high beam, low beam, turn signals, daytime running lights, no fog lights, no Accords have any fog lights. This bumper portion here is gloss black. Depending on what trim level you get, this will be a different color. The Sport L will give you a gloss black lip down below, flat black on the lower portion of the grille. Upper portion is gloss black. You have the Honda emblem with the radar right behind it, so it's not just a regular H anymore. You actually have I don't know if that's plastic or glass, but you do got that guy. Longer hood to give you that roadster look. You can see your A-pillar is a lot slimmer right here. Windshield is wider and pulled back a little bit more for a little bit more headspace and better visibility. Honda sensing camera has been updated as well. Coming around to the wheels, so this looks just like a Sport, but the Sport doesn't have the full black wheels. This is only for the Sport L. The Sport has like a black and like silver combination type wheel, and these I believe are 18s or 19s. These are 235, 40, 19 wheels, and this is unique to the Sport L. So if you want to know what the difference is, that's one of the differences. Coming along to the side, you have a gloss black side skirt here, gloss black mirror cap on the top. Portion is just a regular flat black. Moonroof. You have no chrome around the wheel. I mean, around the window, around the wheel. And this is actually a black. It's like a black chrome almost. It's actually pretty cool. It's not like the little plastic rubber thing right here. This is actually the same material as the chrome, but it's black. You can see it's all blacked out there. So pretty cool. You get the fastback design to the rear to make it look like a hatchback, make it look sporty. The antenna, the shark fin antenna, is gloss black as well. Coming along to the rear, you're gonna notice this gloss black spoiler. Also, what's unique to the Sport L and the Sport doesn't have is this gloss black rear spoiler. It looks like a diffuser almost, but I guess it's just a rear spoiler lip and it's gloss black. So from the rear, once you see this diffuser down here, you know it's a Sport L and not a regular Sport. You do have some chrome. Accord is in chrome. The Honda emblem is in chrome. And look how small it is. I love the size of it. And you do have hybrid in chrome with a black Sport badge in the rear. Full LED in the rear. So turn signals, reverse lights, brake lights, running lights, full LED, even your third brake light. This is my favorite part of the car. Actually, I'm lying. The interior is my favorite part of the car, but I love the rear on the new Accords. We pretty much did every trim level, and it's been growing on me. What is this ladybug doing? Look, even oh, he gone. I'm about to say even the ladybug like the Urban Gray. Let's take a look at the key. So this is the new Honda key that's been pretty much with most of our models now. And you do have remote start on the Sport L, smart entry, lock, unlock, pop the trunk, and you hold it. And when you pop the trunk, on the Accords now, they pop all the way open because you do have a strut on the trunk, but we'll come back to that guy. Now, this model doesn't have blind spot, and usually the Sport comes standard with blind spot because of the chip shortage. You can get a Sport with or without blind spot. And on the previous Accord, I believe the Sport Special Edition didn't even have blind spot as an option. Same thing on the regular Sport, on the last Accord, that wasn't an option. And the moonroof wasn't an option on last year's Sport and Sport Special Edition as well. So they threw in a few more goodies in this year's model, but it did get rid of the 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. So pretty much the Type R, the baby Type R motor is gone with the 10-speed, but no one bought it, so they got rid of it. And trying to push fuel efficiency and hybrid. And I'll be honest, I've been with Honda for a few years, and for the last generation, there wasn't really a huge demand for the 2-liter. A lot of people will probably argue with me, but really wasn't. You have smart entry, so keys is on you. You can tap this, lock all the doors, put your hand in there. It will unlock the door as well. And I think the Urban Gray only comes with black interior. I think Sports is only black interior. To be honest, I would have liked some different color stitching to kind of break up some of the black, but still a decent interior, nothing too crazy. You do have soft touch on the elbow pad, and this is not as soft on the top part of the door. Sport L will give you memory seats. You have 2-position memory seats, and you can pretty much store your seat, your mirrors, and some of your settings to the screen to a key. So, for example, I'm gonna pull up a key. You have driver 1 on the back of the key, and the other key is gonna have driver 2, and you can save your seat to each key. You have auto up down for the front windows. You hold it for the rear. You have power locks, power mirrors, and you can see some single stitch. Don't think this is real stitching, but some single stitching on here. Some storage in the door. On the seat itself, it is power, and you have lumbar in and out, front and back for the back of your seat, the whole seat front and back, up and down for the whole seat, and you can tilt the lower portion of the seat up and down. On the passenger seat, it's power as well, but it's front and back, and the back, front and back, no up and down. So we have a 4-way power adjustment on the passenger seat. We're gonna jump inside, and I love the interior. I welcome you to your Accord. I love the interior of the new Accord. Get some air going up in here. So first thing you're greeted to is the 10.2-inch driver screen there, and the wider, I believe this is a 12.5 or 12-inch display, touchscreen display. This is standard in all the hybrids, and this is standard in every Accord. So if you get an LX or EX, you get a smaller 7-inch touchscreen display, so you don't get the wide screen, but a nice touch for the entertainment. Coming along on the steering wheel here, so the stitching is black, leather wrapped, and you have some button controls that help you control the screen over here. Some of your safety features. On the left side, you're gonna have your voice command, volume, next track, previous track. This wheel will control this left part here, and you have plenty of options, mostly for your sources. So AM, FM, phone. Oh, you even got Alexa on here, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, USB. Audio, mostly audio sources is on the left screen, and on the right screen is everything else. So power flow, gauge display, vehicle stability, brightness. Yeah, I'll zoom up a little bit so you guys can see. You have oil life, safety features. This one don't have blind spots, so you won't have an option to turn on blind spot in the safety features, but who have the seatbelt on. And there's just a lot of information that you can view on this, guys. That's actually pretty cool. Speed and time. Range and fuel is everyone mostly going to use. Like right now, this has a full tank of gas, and it's 591 miles on a full tank right now. Average fuel is 33.3, and this thing only have 8 miles on it. So very fuel efficient on the hybrids. The EXL is going to be the most fuel efficient, but even if you don't get an EXL, you're going to be happy with the gas mileage with the Accords. On the back here, you have a plus power shifter, you have a minus power shifter, and that's to adjust your regenerative braking. I believe you have like 6 different levels. I gotta make a video on those because I haven't actually showed how it works, but you can adjust how much braking you can, I guess, apply to the Accord once you take your foot off the gas. Most hybrids have something similar. They usually have one mode. The Accord has multiple modes as well. The steering wheel here has some gloss black in the middle, And that's it. Just this portion right here. The rest of it is just a gray finish, which I like. You do get the sport pedals, so you have a aluminum. I don't know if that's real aluminum. I believe it is. Dead pedal, gas, and brake. Nice touch. You do have the hood and the trunk button down there. That's it for buttons. Honda is trying to make the interior a little bit more simplistic. They try to give you the best of all worlds in its interior. So come back to the screen here. You have shortcuts on the left side. And just touch over here. Volume knob down here. Turn on and off your audio. Everything else is touchscreen. You have a helper screen right here. This will remind me of Acura because my RDX has something similar. We can go up and down this screen and customize this screen. When you're using Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it will take up the whole screen, which I love. You do have phone, FM, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It is wireless. Once you go with Sport and up, that's a nice touch because LX and EX, you have to plug your phone in to use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have a power flow, so if you want to keep track of what's going on here, you can on this bigger screen instead of just having the range and fuel or having the power flow there. And then your trip computer, Alexa, USB, Wi-Fi, hotspot built in, home link, AM, FM. You have different profile settings, so you as a driver can have your own profile. Like I'm an owner right now, you can have multiple drivers have their own profiles, which is new on the core, display mode, compass. So you're probably gonna stick to this first page, and you're probably just gonna be using the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto or the Power Flow. But I love the screen, pretty nice. Put in reverse so you guys can see the back of the camera. It takes up this portion here. It doesn't take up the helper screen, but nice size. I wish they upgraded the camera, but it's still a decent camera. You have a multi-angle backup camera, so wide angle, normal, and top down. And if this version had blind spot, then you'll be able to have cross traffic on and off, but it doesn't have blind spot. Coming down to the lower portion here, so the Civic came out with the new full vent style looking thingamajiggy. Accord gets its own version of it, and I like how these like I'm not explaining it, but I like the style of it. The buttons, everything feels pretty premium. The interior looks very premium compared to the previous Accord. Gloss black all along here. Not a big fan of that because it's gonna show dust, but it's not too much gloss black, so it's okay. You do get heated seats on the Sport L, and you have dual zone climate control, auto, on sync. You have the different modes, air circulation, very similar to the previous Accord when it comes to the climate control. Now USB-A is gone. You have two USB-C's connection here. This is for Apple CarPlay Android Auto. This one just for charging. But we'll charge a lot faster than USB-A, but there's no USB-A at all. So you're gonna have to convert your old wires to USB-C. Plenty of storage down here. Put your phone. Leather wrap shift knob. You have park, reverse, neutral drive for the transmission. It is a ECVT. You have your cup holders here. Look like it can fit multiple different sizes. Coming on down over here, you have your glove box, and that's your glove box. It is lockable too. You can use the key, which is cool. And you do have your different drive modes. So if I toggle, you have sport, you have normal, econ, and then there's one more. I forgot to give you the message when you go individual. And you have individual mode as well. So here you can customize the powertrain, the steering, the adaptive cruise control. You can do econ, normal, sport, normal, sport, econ, normal. So you can customize your drive if you don't want to have a dedicated drive. I'm gonna leave it in econ. Actually, that's what most of you are gonna leave it on, or normal. And you have econ mode down here. This will allow you to drive electric only for I don't think more than 5 miles, and the battery got to be charged as well. You have your battery meter or gauge over there. Electronic parking brake and your brake hold while you drive. Coming over here, you have a normal rear view mirror. You don't have the auto dimming standard, and you do have your light switches here, LED lighting all around. LED lighting too, which is on the visor, which is cool. Then you have your moonroof control here, emergency SOS, sunglass holder, and the moonroof. No panoramic roof though, but at least you get a moonroof. And let's jump out and take a look at the rear seat. Rear doors open pretty decently. Engine is kick on. This is why you buy an Accord over a Civic. Look at my leg space sitting behind myself. Plenty of room. The Accord is still a family size sedan, so if you want to make sure your rear customers, your rear passengers are comfortable, they definitely will be sitting behind you. There is no USB-C and no vents back here, so that's on EXL and Touring. So that's something to keep in mind. A lot of people actually was mad that they didn't put anything back here. I think at least USB-C should have been back here, but That's what they decided to go with. So the material is not as soft as the front. That's, expected. But you do get a armrest in the middle slash cup holder. And that's pretty much it. You have a mat pocket behind the passenger seat, none behind the driver's seat. Take a look at the cockpit again. My favorite part of the car is the driver's seat. But real simple in the rear. And the headliner is black too. I know Honda like to have like a beige headliner on all their cars. It's black up there. Capless, fuel filler, so no gas cap. Just put the nozzle straight in there. Technically, you see a cap right there. Also, when you lock the cord, it locks that door. Coming back to the rear, like earlier, so one touch opens all the way, and you have the strut right there to help open it up. And you can see it's split 60-40 for the rear seats. This one has a cargo tray, but your cord will come with just carpet like that. And there's no spare tire, so they give you a flat fix kit, fix and go, and your funnel and some additional storage. But no spare tire on the hybrids at all. If you get an LX or EX, you will get a spare tire. They even give you a little grocery hooks in here on both sides. It is a nice package. Now, I'm gonna show you guys a window sticker. So this is a 23. You can see a Accord Hybrid Sport L BD. BD lets you know there's no blind spot. And I think blind spot, a model with blind spot is about $500 more, if I'm not mistaken. But 33, 325 is the base price. 455, you pay for the premium color, urban gray. And destination and handling, you're looking at 34,875 MSRP. But based on where you live, you're probably going to be paying more, or there's markup, or accessories, and all that good stuff. This one does have a protection package on it, so that's why you have the splash guards behind the tires. Doesn't come with these, doesn't come with wheel locks, and it doesn't come with that cargo tray in the trunk. But overall, though, a real nice package. You can see with the LED lights on in the front. I've been viewing these so much that I'm just used to these things already. The front end doesn't bother me as much. Like, I've been selling a bunch of these and driving them, and I'm just pretty familiar. But that's like every other car that comes out. A new generation comes out, everyone hates how it looks. Some time pass, everyone, kind of get used to it, and then go from there. But the interior is so nice that I wouldn't even mind the exterior. It's just a nice driving vehicle. The Sport L is real easy because it's pretty much a Sport, just a little bit more goodies. So I have all the trim levels here on the trim walk, and the Sport L pretty much add upgrades to the regular Sport. So it's not an upgrade from EXL. The EXL is an upgrade from EX. The Sport L is an upgrade from the Sport. So that means the EXL will have some features that the Sport L doesn't have, and the Sport L has some features that the EXL doesn't have. So look at it that way. What the Sport L adds on top of what the Sport already have is leather seats, the driver's seat with 2-position memory, the power passenger seat, and the heated front seats, and the rear diffuser. If you get a Sport, you still can't get heated seats. And even on here, it says heated front seats not included under the Sport, because here it says that the Sport is an upgrade from the EX, so it should have everything the EX have plus these. But they make sure to let you know that, well, one thing it won't have is heated seats. So you can see the differences from the Sport and Sport L. There's tiny differences. But here is pretty much all the trim levels. So we're going to jump into the Sport L. So the Sport L do cost more than the EXL, even though the Sport L is an upgrade from the Sport and the EXL is an upgrade from the EX. So it can get a little confusing, but just look at the Sport L as an EXL Sport with a little bit less features. We're going to jump into the colors, and the Sport L comes in Crystal Black Pearl and Lunar Silver Metallic. Those two colors you don't pay a premium for. The other 4 colors you do. So you have Platinum White Pearl, $455 more. Radiant Red Metallic, $455 more. Still Night Pearl is a beautiful color, $455 more. And Urban Gray Pearl, $455 more. And I believe black is the only interior color you get in the Sport L, and that is correct. So let's do Urban Gray, and I'm just gonna look at, look, so we go to packages, you saw how to pass it. Oh, so I said 500 videos. Blind spot is $555 more. So if you're looking at a Sport L and the prices are a difference about $550, you know, well, it's gonna tell you Sport L BD. It's gonna let you know there's no blind spot, and it's gonna be Sport L. That's it. But that's the difference if you get one without blind spot. And like on the window sticker, base price is 33,325. Urban Gray Pearl 455 plus destination handling. You're looking around 34.8 for MSRP. Your dealership is probably, like I said earlier in the video, probably have markup or have some accessories on the vehicles. They might be paying more or maybe paying MSRP. I don't know. But there's a PPO for the Accords? Oh, it's just a blind spot. Okay, I was gonna say what the heck. But yeah, pretty much that's all the colors. Now, I'm going to actually pull up a Sport real fast so you guys can see the differences. I know I pointed them out in the video, but let me show you on here too. So you can get an Urban Gray on the regular Sport too. But as you're looking here, you can see that the wheels, it's the same exact wheel as Sport L, but the Sport L is full black, and this one has these little like silver pieces, inserts in them. And the regular Sport does not have that rear lip. So it's just a regular lip on the Sport. Oh, you know what? And this part down here is gloss black on the Sport L. It's not gloss black on the Sport. Same thing on the side skirt too. It's gloss black on the Sport, not gloss black there. So those, oh, and the Sport is actually in chrome. It's not even in black. So from the outside, that's gonna be some of the differences. Even here on the chrome right here, it's chrome on the core, but the Sport L is black. So the Sport L is like officially blacked out and gloss black everywhere. Where the regular Sport have some, you know, antenna, I think mirror caps. Zoom out of there. Yeah, antenna, mirror caps, grill, stuff like that. Even the grill, I don't think this is gloss black, and it's gloss black on the Sport L. So some differences there. And you saw what you're paying for on the Sport L. Leather seats, memory seats, power passenger seats, the heated seats. That's pretty much what you're really paying for on the Sport L. So I'm gonna end everything here. I hope you guys enjoyed my walk around on the Sport L. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. If you're deciding between Sport L, let me know why you will go with either. Have you bought one already? Have you not bought one because, I don't know, you don't like the Accord? Do you like the Accord? Drop a comment below. Like to chat with everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video.